can shoot for. And I'm not just only talking about football. I'm talking about all the other sports. Our girls' volleyball teams are doing very well right now. We got 3 in the top 4 in district. So, all those things are just, within reach.
All right, hey, Coach, I always respect you, Coach, all my life, and I've known you for a lot of years. We don't have to say how many. And when you told me that, Coach, I thought you were joking or just, talking a little air. But let me tell you what, Coach, I believe you now, and I see it coming. My last question to you, what do you think of our school board lately? What happened?
Well, you know what? There is some excitement trickling down from Austin and Dallas. Our school board was nominated and selected as the #1 school board in the state of Texas. That's like an automatic state champion. And that's what we all strive for. So congratulations to our school board members, our superintendent, our administration for having a great team, and our legacy of excellence continues from the high level to all the way down to the other levels.
And what better way to put it from Coach Filoteo, ladies and gentlemen? That means if you're going to set the example, set it at the school board, and it'll trickle down to all our students, all our elementaries, even our pre-K classes. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Filoteo joining me. Coach Filoteo, thank you very much. We'll see you next week, Coach, and hopefully you're going to bring up even some better conversation and some better news for the District of Edinburg. Coach Filoteo, thank you very much. You want to say goodbye?
Thank you very much, and go Cats.
All right, here we go. We're talking about all Cats. Make sure you understand that. Once again, we missed one play, ladies and gentlemen, of the second half, and that was only a kickoff. But let me tell you what, it was a great conversation there coming up with Coach Filoteo. Here we go, Paul. Take us to the play-by-play.
We're looking at one receiver to the right, dive up the middle, nifty little run, good little run by Sammy Jimenez to gain about a good 5 or 6. That's called a quick dive, though. That means he hands off to the tailback immediately, and that should catch the defensive lineman off guard, and it did.
And it sure did for 5 yards, so call it 2nd and 5 coming up for the Bobcats. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great one. We got shout-outs everywhere, Pablo. First of all, after we're going to let the play happen, and I'm going to prepare while you run us through the play, Paul. As soon as the play's over,
yes, sir,
I might cut you a little short, and only to get rid of some of these shout-outs.
Cougars are staring at 2 receivers to the right. Quarterback Harrison's in the shotgun. He's got a tailback to his right and to his left. He's surveying the field. Harrison feels good about it. He's asking for the ball. The snap is up. It's going to be a pass. He's being pressured. Throws it onto the flats to his fullback. He makes a cut back inside. He's still on his feet. And that's probably a good 10-yard gain, don't it?
And one more time, we're going to start this third quarter.
How are we going?
For the Bobcats, we're going to move those chains. First pickup, first possession for the Bobcats. We got the Bobcats here in the bottom, Paul. I'm going to try and do this. You're going to have to take us through one more play, Paul. I'm getting the stats down. And when you run us through the play, I'll get the shout-outs ready.
Great play by the Bobcats. What he did was the fullback drifted out into the flats. In other words, he basically ran beside the quarterback, and he hit him on the run in stride, and it was a good 11-yard gain. That's the first down for the Bobcats. Cougars are standing at 1 receiver to the right and 1 receiver to the left. Quarterback to the shotgun. A high snap. He gives it to his fullback. His tailback who cuts and jives, jukes and jives. That's a good little nifty run by Carlos Obregón. He just knifing between a couple defenders and gets himself a 5-yard gain.
Pick up a 5 yards. Call it 2nd and 5 coming up. They're at the 41-yard line. Little shout out going on to Ashley Marie Ramos. Great job. Keep up the good work. Varsity cheerleader from the Ramos relatives in El Paso, in Austin, and San Antonio. Also relatives tuning in, and going to watch you later after the game from the Lopez family, Cantu, Rodriguez, and Salinas from Edinburg. Also watching Ashley Marie Ramos, a senior varsity cheerleader, is Santos family from Las Vegas, and also the Rodriguez family from Washington.
All right, in Washington. All right, Cougars are staring at 2 receivers to the right. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He hands the ball to his tailback, Sammy Jimenez, who got met immediately, but probably going to get about a 2-yard gain. 2 yards on the left side of the line.
2 yards is a good call right there, Paul. So call it a third and very manageable, what Kevin Nato likes to call it, is 3rd and 3 from the 43-yard line.
Look at that camera shot from the Cats TV right there. That is gorgeous.
No shout out going also out to Josie, Roxy, Yeli, and Yeti. They're tuning in Roma.
Oh, in Roma.
Yes.
Up the river over there.
Yeah, over there, está todo Roma y Escobares and all that. A little shout out going out to them once again. Yeli, Yeti, Roxy, and Josie. Thanks for tuning in.
1 receiver right, 1 receiver left. Quarterback going to pitch to the option base. Got nothing doing. That's the great defensive effort by John Silva to go after that. It's basically like a pitch, like a sweep. And he turned the run inside. Notice he tacked from the outside in, and there was nothing doing for the Bobcats.
Bobcats are looking at punting. They're looking at a 4th and 6 coming up. And talking to the coaches at halftime, Coach, I talked to Coach Garza, and Roy Garza's problem is 2 problems. 3 turnovers and they're not clicking on offense. The passes are not hitting the open receivers. That was his big concern, and he was a little upset. And if Coach Garza, you know what? Hats off to you, and a special thanks going out to you for giving me time during halftime at a crucial game like this.
Harrison back for the punt. It's a good snap to bounce. It bounced to him. He better get it off. He did get it off. It's a little a squib kick, one that's just going to bounce all over the place.
Did we stop the play? I think we stopped the play here before
yes,
the play
that's why
got started.
Players must have heard a whistle. False start. Looks like they're going to back him up a little bit. I don't know. It's too bad. Bobcat Cougars look for them to potentially decline that penalty, but you know the deal. On a false start, they're going to restart the play, don't it?
Yeah, and they are going to do that for right now. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great ball game. It's been great, nothing but good things. And right now, we're going to call, as we mentioned, Roy Garza. Brisa, that is the granddaughter of Coach Garza. That's his number one fan. A little shout out going out to also his wife, Laura. Laura, football season will be over sometime in December. Hopefully, you'll be all right.
Here we go. Harrison back to punt. This time it's a good snap. Hit him right in the hands. He gets the ball off. The wind has got this one. It's going to be very short. It takes probably basically a Cougar hop and goes nowhere. Speaking of number one fan, I see his probably number two fan, Roy Garza's son, Dustin Garza. I asked him to come up here and maybe give us a few words from the mind's eye of a professional athlete. What maybe his dad is going through, dealing with pressure, pressure of the game. I see Dustin Garza plays on the Champions Tour in professional golf. He may come up and join us here in just a bit. Son of Coach Roy Garza, probably his number two fan.
I hope so. That would be great to bring it to the people here in Edinburg and everybody all over the world. Here we go. 8:29 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. It is still the Edinburg North Cougars 7, the Edinburg Bobcats 10. First and 10 for the Cougars at their own 44-yard line.
Guerrero at the helm, got Alvarez on his left hip. Cougars have two receivers to the left and one to the right. He's asking for the ball. There's the snap. It's going to be probably going to run. He gives it to the quarterback's going to keep it himself. Guerrero go down the sideline. He's got a block. He's still on his feet. Call that about a 25-yard run. Great job. It's a quarterback read option. In other words, the quarterback literally puts the ball in his gut, and he studies a certain defensive player. Depending on how he reacts, he keeps it or gives it, and he kept it. Great job by Alex Guerrero.
So for the Cougars,
move those chains.
Pablo, 25 yards on that pickup. Keep on tutoring math. I'm going to take that back.
No, sir. I can add and subtract. All right?
Okay.
I can do it quickly, too.
Yeah, but you scared me with 65 men that rushed a while ago.
All right, I was just exaggerating.
All right, here we go. First and 10. They're at the 32-yard line. Quickly, already in Bobcat territory. That is the Edinburg North Cougars.
Guerrero has two receivers to his right and one to his left. A lot of movement by the defensive line on the Bobcats. He's going to give the ball to Alvarez up the middle. He is met. Actually, Whiteside, I apologize. He's met after about a 2-yard gain.
Maybe two. They're giving him a less than that. Maybe a pickup of one. Call it a 2nd and 9 coming up. We're down to under 6:40 and counting left in the third quarter. Paul,
yes, sir.
I'm talking to Coach Cáceres. His concern was those flags. He thought one pass was not even catchable. No way. They explained that it was holding. It wasn't pass interference. That's why.
Okay, that makes sense. He prevented him from potentially running for the pass.
Right. So it was a holding call, and we'll get to the other flags and the other calls in a minute.
Guerrero's asking for the ball. It's going to be some sort of run. This time he gives to Alvarez. Or actually, he bobbed the ball. This time, that's a very careful dance.
And it is going to be. Wait, did he call him down?
I think he was down, don't it?
Well, if it was down, it's because of the whistle, because the ball was never recovered by the quarterback. But they say he did get the ball, and he was on one knee. That's a good call. That is the right call.
That's the right call.
He had the ball, and then
yes,
later it came out, but the whistle had been blown when he fell on the ball. So it was a middle mix-up. Quarterback thought he was going to get it. Running back thought he wasn't going to get it. Ball fell down on the ground. Quarterback jumped on it. So it's Cougar ball still, but it's going to be a 3rd and 12 coming up.
This time Guerrero got Whiteside to his left and Alvarez on his right in the shotgun. A very dangerous tandem, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. They got two receivers left and one to the right. Guerrero's asking for the ball. He gets the ball. He's looking for a pass. He's got a man open in the flat, then he hits him. That's a nifty little gain. They're only about 5.
Yeah. Good pickup. It's going to be 4th and
Guerrero to Chavez.
4th and 8 coming up from the 30-yard line for the Cougars. Do you punt or you go for it, Paul?
Too close to punt, too far to kick. I'm just going to bet they're going to go for it.
All right, we'll wait and see what's going to happen. Again, on those calls that we asked Coach Cáceres about.
He was losing his mind about those punts, though.
Yeah, his explanation by the ref to Coach Cáceres was that the contact was not made. It was kind of an accidental contact. They didn't rough him. They just ran into him. So that was the call.
No matter what they said, I'm sure Cáceres didn't like it. Cougars have two receivers to the left and one to the right. Bobcats looks like they're going to blitz. And in fact, Nope, they're going to hold off, so they got plenty of guys in coverage. Guerrero sees a man. He is not open. Incidental contact. He was, in fact, covered. Great defense by the Bobcats. They were expecting pass. They played the pass. It was well covered. Great job, Bobcats.
So first time the Bobcats touched the ball, they went 1 first down, ended up punting the ball. The Bobcats got the ball. They picked up 1 first down themselves, and ended up going down on down. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a great one. With 5:42 left in the third quarter, once again, it's Paul Osbury and Donald Salinas coming to you from Edinburg on audio only with ValleyCenter.com. But later what? You know what, ladies and gentlemen? You want to see it. Great camera work, and you're going to see a great game thanks to Cats TV 17. That is KATS Channel 17. First and 10 for the Bobcats from the 30-yard line.
Cougars are staring at 2 receivers to the left and 3 to the right. He's, in fact, going to give it to his tailback. He's got some room on the outside. That's a nifty little run by Carlos Obregon. Still on his feet. Give him an 8, maybe 7-yard gain out of bounds. Good run.
7-yard gain. We're going to give him, Paul, call it a 2nd and 3. And, Paul, we talk about it every weekend, every time we're here, every Thursday, every Friday. If you break it to the outside, advantage, offense.
Yes, if you break it to the outside, yardage gain. Obviously, if you're the defense, you want to try to turn the runner inside. And the reason you want to turn him inside is because that's where the majority of your other defensive teammates are. So, great job, great offensive play by the Bobcats to not only gain some yards, but to get outside.
Call it a 2nd and 3 coming up. 5:06, 5:05 and counting left in the third quarter. It's the Bobcats at their own 37-yard line.
Okay, Cougars are standing at 1 receiver left and 1 on the right. Harrison in the shotgun. He got 2 tailbacks with him in the backfield. I see a little movement, and in fact, the ref saw that as well.
So it's going to bring him back another 5. Call it 2nd and 8. And, Paul, that's got to hurt because I'm going to write that flag down. But the worst thing is about it, after a good start, getting a 2nd and 8 coming up, you ain't going to go 5 yards back. So call it 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 3 that they were set up for.
That's got to hurt, don't it? You know that drives the coach crazy. But what happened was the tailback, I'm not sure when, he was just kind of leaning too much on his toes, probably in anticipation of getting the ball, and he moved too soon. As a result, it was a penalty. Backed him up, as you just said. Cougars are standing at 2 receivers to the left and 2 receivers to the right. Harrison in the shotgun. He dropped back for the pass. He's got a little bit of time. He hands it up. He's well covered. I don't know what's going to happen. They're going to call it incidental contact. Bottom line was he was very well covered by Brandon Garcia.
Again, defender had to.
He's got as much right as the ball.
Yeah, he was turning around. He was looking for the ball. He's got every right to the ball. And that's a great way of putting it there, Paul. So we had no flag on the field. So here we go.
Key words there, ladies and gentlemen. That comes again from a former head referee. When the defensive back is running with the receiver, if he bumps into him, it's probably going to be a penalty. But the defensive back turned back. So when he turns back, he is just as eligible to receive the ball as well as the receiver, and that's why the refs made a no call on that one.
So that falls incomplete. We're down to 4:31 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. There's still the Edinburg North Cougars 7, Edinburg Bobcats 10. Here
Cougars
we go.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun. Harrison's back. Drops back. He's being pressured. He's got to get rid of the ball. He's going to be sacked. He tries to throw it away. He, in fact, makes a very short completion. I don't know how he threw it away.
No, he was out of bounds. He's calling him out of bounds.
All right, he basically got rid of it.
Yeah.
It was almost a Harrison to Alonso connection, but he basically caught it out of bounds. Harrison's limping off the field. Hope he's okay.
He's got to punt the ball if
he's their punter.
He's their punter, so
he's going to tough it out.
He's going to stay in the game. He's going to tough it up like you say, Paul. It's not his kicking leg, but it's his planting leg, the one he plants on before he gets rid of the ball. So
okay, look for him to be a little ginger on this punt. A little gingerly, in other words. He's probably not going to plant too hard. Probably not going to put too much into it. He's just going to get it off. Of course, the Bobcats credit them for having a very good athlete in the back. The punt. Harrison back to the punt. He gets a clean snap. He gets it away. It's a wobbly punt. The wind's got it. It's going to fall short. Received at the 30 by Whiteside. He gets nowhere. Oh,
nowhere bringing him back. They're going to give him
Whiteside is clearly frustrated.
They're going to give him forward progress to the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10. Bobcats thought they had the ball. Whiteside just released the ball as soon as he went nowhere. Again, out of frustration. I don't see there's a fumble, but the call hasn't been made. But only the Bobcats think they have the ball. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Edinburg North Cougars. We're down to 4:14 left in the third quarter, and it's going to be Cougar ball at the 40-yard line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest in the booth. We'll get to him as soon as we get a break, as soon as we get a chance. We got an extra headset here. Yes, Dustin Garza, son of Coach Roy Garza, plays on the Champions Tour, professional golfer here. The what? Web.com, professional golfer. That means he golfs for a living. Not like us, we play for the fun of it. He golfs for a living. We'll get some special words from him in a minute. Cougars have 2 receivers to the right. He gets it to quarterback to keep it, getting an option to Alvarez, but he has nowhere to go. Out of bounds. Getting back to Dustin over there. I want to get his point of view.
pickup of 3 yards. And what we're going to do, Dustin, thanks for joining us. We're
Yes,
gonna,
sir.
right after the fourth quarter, while they're moving the chains and that, Dustin, we're going to go to a conversation with you, buddy. And thanks for joining us again. It's going to be Dustin Garza, son of Coach Roy Garza, is going to be joining us in about 4 minutes and 8 seconds, or it might be a little longer, but he's going to join us in between the third and the fourth quarter. Once again, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Dustin, for joining us. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 7 coming up for the Cougars there at the 43-yard line. Paul.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Quarterback in the shotgun. Got 2 tailbacks. Going to be a dive up the middle. He gets Alvarez. He gets nowhere. He is met. Right side's on that, for that matter. He barely held on the ball. Give him a tough gain of 2.
Well, we have a laid flag. The flag just came in right now, and I think it's going to be
Players
against
getting
the
hot.
Cougars. I mean, you're going to see a lot of frustration coming out. The ball is being spotted at the 44-yard line. The flag is going to be, of course, a dead ball foul. We have a personal foul against the Cougars, and is it going to be offsetting?
No, sir.
It's not.
Taking him back.
Taking him back 15 yards from the point of the play, and the referee standing because he wants to know what they're going to do from where the ball was at or where it ended up. And again, Coach Garza wanting an explanation. The ref going the other way. Roy
Garza's on the field.
Hey, what do you think of Dad getting a little pissed off here, Dustin? He loves it. Atta boy. That's backing up that 110%. Good job, Dustin. Here we go. It's going to bring back now 15 yards. The play was over. So do you play the down second? It will be a 3rd and 21 coming up for the Cougars.
Bobcats are to prevent coverage. They're expecting the pass. It may, well, in fact, it's going to be a run. They play it safe. Cougars play it safe. He's got room. Alvarez on the sideline. He's still on the feet. He almost got himself a first down. Give him a nifty run of about 15.
Yeah, they needed 22. He picked up about 15 yards. They're 7 yards short. So call it a 4th and 7. They're way back on their side of the field. So more likely we're going to see a punt here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're going to have Dustin Garza joining us in about 3 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. That is the son of Coach Roy Garza from the Edinburg North Cougars, who is enjoying his life playing golf.
Yes, sir. I want to get a point of
view. If you're
view.
his agent, you're getting paid to play golf. What do you say?
Que más quieres?
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 4th down. Take it away, pal.
All right. Cougars in punt formation. It's a good snap. He's going to get it off. It's going to go down the sideline. The wind's got it. It's going to take a Cougar hop. It may go out of bounds.
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, it will just dance down the sideline. Just dance
70
down
yards.
the sideline.
He punted it from the 30, and it went into the end zone. Is that what, 80 yards, 70 yards?
Yes, sir.
70 yards. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at their own 20-yard line. And Coach Garza still, do we have a flag on the field?
I don't know. But while we think about it, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get a little insight from Dustin Garza. What we want from Dustin, not only is he the son of Coach Roy Garza, but I want to get a little special insight. How does he deal with the pressures? You know, when things aren't going your way, what do you do? How do you handle it? How do you compose yourself? Hoping to get some words from Dustin Garza here in a minute as soon as they sort it out.
And the flag came out. It's going to be holding against the Bobcats. So take them down half the distance. Bobcats will be starting from their own 10-yard line. We're down to 2:53. And we'll get going as soon as the ball is snapped. We're down to 2:53 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We have a great one here tonight in Edinburg, Texas. Once again, it's Paul Osbury and Dona Salinas coming to you live from Edinburg Cat Stadium. It is Edinburg North Cougars 7 and the Edinburg Bobcats 10.
Cougars are staring at 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Harrison in the shotgun. He's got a tailback on both of his hips. He's asking for the ball. Looks like it's going to be a run. He is met immediately. We're going to get a number on that. Jose Moreno says, ¿Cómo estás?
¿Cómo has estado? Buenas noches.
Sí.
So that's going to be a loss of, call it 4. So it'll be 2nd and 14 coming up. And talking to Coach Garza at halftime, he was worried about that quick pass. They're killing us, Donut. They're killing us on that quick pass. That quarterback is getting rid of the ball quick, and we need to adjust to that. But let me tell you what, Coach Garza, I think you adjusted.
Yes, sir. I think the way that play works is if your secondary is a little bit too far back. Looks like they adjusted because the safety is not as far back as he had been in the first half. Props to Rene Saenz, defensive coordinator for the Cougars, come up with that call. They're standing at multiple receivers, 5 receivers. They got the quick pass. He's intercepted. Look at that adjustment. You talk about an adjustment. Cougars. Hey, John Silva on the pick 6.
You have not been scored on all year long, and they put 10 points on you in the first half. What better way to turn it around? You know what? Those 10, take away 7.
And you know the Cougars, what they're feeling right about now, they feel pretty good.
They feel like
Que más quieres?
So with 2:06, ladies and gentlemen, left, The Cougars strike back quickly on an interception taken all the way by who, Paul? Give me a name.
Oh, I got that. You got that right. Jonathan Silva says, give it to me.
Mr. Silva getting the Cougars back in the game quickly. So with 2:06 left, it is now the Edinburg North Cougars 13, the Edinburg Bobcats 10. Point after. Take it, Paul.
Yes, sir. While Diego Saenz makes this kick, we got late player on the field. They got plenty of time. Take your time, Cougars. Someone around the field late. Get adjusted. Settle down. It's a bad snap, but it's held good. That's a great kick. And Donut, we were just talking about that quick pass and the adjustments by Rene Saenz to adjust his secondary and his linebackers. And what do you know? A pick six.
A pick six. And like I said, Coach, I called it right before the interception. Coach, if you ask me, Roy, you have adjusted. And adjusted they did to put 7 points on the board. So quickly, ladies and gentlemen, the momentum has just changed. It is now on the Cougar side. So with 2:06 left in the third quarter, there's the replay. Here comes the ball. Take us to it.
Yes, quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to throw his quick. This is a very same play. It's kind of a skinny post. But this time the linebacker's a lot much deeper than he was before. There's your pick. And he is across the bam. Harrison gave it his best shot, but he was in the end zone. He was not going to be denied.
So we got a touchdown for the Cougars with 2:06 left in the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. It is now the Edinburg North Cougars 14 and the Edinburg Bobcats 10. Here we go. We got a lot of football left, ladies and gentlemen, and this game has just been what we thought was going to be.
It is. Remember, this is like Texas A&M, baby. Throw schedules, throw record, throw ranking out the door. And here we go. We got Diego Saenz. Of course, we still have Dustin Guards up here in the booth. We hope to get to him here in between the quarters. Thank you for being patient, Dustin. I appreciate it. You got Diego Saenz about to kick off for the Cougars. He's got the wind at his back. Oh, no. It's a different person kicking off. I apologize. Look at him put his foot into it. It's a very high and a short kick down the right side of you, the Cougars. It is mishandled, but he picks it up. That is Carlos Obregon. He's going to get as much as he can. He scoots and scats about the 28-yard line. Good job.
28-yard line. And again, Paul, sometimes when you drop that ball, it kind of works to your advantage. It seems to me like the Cougars kind of overran the pursuit, and that's how come he was able to pick up some yards right up all the way to the 28-yard line. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got a good one with 1:59 left in the third quarter. It is now the Edinburg North Cougars 14 and the Bobcats from Edinburg, of course, 10. Paul, what do you think, man? The adjustment was made?
Yes, sir. We were just talking about it. Coach Ray Saenz made the adjustment.
Here we go. First and 10. They're at the 28-yard line. That is the Edinburg Bobcats. That is their own 28-yard line.
Okay, now the downside about moving your linebackers back and your safety up is you're vulnerable to the run. But they're expecting the Bobcats to pass, and they are, and that was covered once again. Great job. That was the exact same guy, Jonathan Silva, on the coverage. What they did, don't it? They had their linebackers scooted back just a little bit, and their safety scooted up just a little bit to take care of that quick pass. But they're vulnerable to the run, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about these Cougar defense that a lot of times during this year and last year, it was a defense that, brought them back in the game or did what they had to do for a big play for the Cougar win, and it seemed like it might work again tonight. We'll wait and see.
All right, look, the Cougars are 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. He throws down the middle. He's got a man wide open. That's Scott Thurholt. He's got the ball. 1 minute to beat. He's brought down at the 35. Bobcats first down, and what are they going to do, Donut?
They're going to move those chains. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Another first down picked up by the Bobcats. Cougar defense, that was a good play, good pass. The defense was there. He missed the ball. He caught it, so he went up for a good pickup all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Cougars. Cougar defense, if I'm the defense or I'm the Cougar fan, I'm not worried.
Looks like the Cougars were expecting that quick pass. Quarterback did a little pump fake. He threw it. He was acting his body language as if he's throwing a quick pass, but he held on to it long enough for the receiver to get behind the linebackers, and in fact it worked. First down for the Bobcats. Cougars looking at 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun, throws it up the center. He goes right for it. Cougars ball with 1:30 left. Cougars have the ball.
Cougars, and then you know what? Hey, you know what, Pablo?
See.
Look what's going on, Pablo. Here.
Get the Ennis.
We had turnovers in the first half going against the Cougars. We had 3.
And now it's going against the Bobcats.
Against the Bobcats, 2. So one more and we're going to be even. But you know what? The score might not be just as even. So for right now, let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be a 1st and 10 Cougar ball. And Pablo, I haven't put a first down for the Cougars on the second half, but only 1. But they got 7 points, and they might put some.
Don't be careful of the Cougars. This is what they call the United States back in World War II, the sleeping giant. Don't wake them up. It looks like the Cougars have come alive.
What you
Cougar ball.
You calling me a giant?
No, don't. Estás durmiendo. No, I'm talking about the United States.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 28. That is for the Edinburg North Cougars. 1:30 left, ladies and gentlemen, in the third quarter.
All right, Guerrero at the helm. He's got plenty of time. He's got a man open down the middle. It's way overthrown. That's nobody's fault. Maybe the wind got a hold of that. It was way overthrown.
Hey, Paul, and I love this game, and you called it from the beginning. These coaches, you know what? Let's go for it, man. I mean, we're here to win, and it's just like playing football at the street. Hey, they're going to hike the ball to me, bro. Just take off. Te la voy a tirar as far as I can.
Yeah, run them.
Go get it. Go get it.
Go to that telephone pole. You see that bush? Go further than that. You know you're playing in the street, in the alleys, don't you? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you're killing me, Pablo. Here we go. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up for the Cougars. They're at their own 28-yard line.
Get on the shotgun. Got Whitesides and all this. Just right into his left. It's going to be a run. He's going to keep it and pitch it himself, but he has nowhere to go. The Bobcats took care of that run. That's going to go nowhere if not a loss.
Again, 49 begging for a flag there, and Whitesides needs to relax, and you don't want to hurt your team on a big flag like that, Pablo. So Whiteside did the right thing and walked away from that shoving. Here we go. It's going to be a loss of 3 yards, so call it 2 yards. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Cougars. Big play for the Bobcats if you want to stay in this game, because the momentum is all on the Cougar side right now, Pablo.
Yes, sir. Less than a minute till the end of the quarter, and less than a minute till we get to Dustin Garza. Cougars have 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Get in on the shotgun. He's asking for the ball. It's going to be a pass. He's got time. He's got plenty of time. He got a man open in the middle. It was, in fact, probably a catch, but give credit to Gonzalo Rodriguez because he timed it perfectly, don't it? He hit him, legal hit, the moment the ball arrived, and he dislodged the ball.
He met Ramirez right at a perfect
But
time.
I see something yellow on the field.
Once again, here we go. Here comes the call. It is going to be roughing. Oh, chop block. Lost him down. Bring him back 15. Half the distance. They're inside the 30. It'll bring them half the distance. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be a loss of down. They're declining it. They're saying, you know what?
Yeah,
punt
we
the
want the
ball
ball
to us.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, chop block means that when 2 players are engaged, an offender and a defender, and they're blocking each other for safety purposes, what you cannot do is have an additional player go at the legs of that guy that's engaged. That's for safety purposes. That's what a chop block is, and Cougars got caught.
Great description of that flag and that call right there, Paul. Thank you very much. And that's been in effect, ladies and gentlemen. I would say it came in when I was refereeing, which is take us back at least 7 or 8 years, if I'm not mistaken there, Pablo.
Yes, sir, and great job by URL. That is nothing for safety purposes, and you will not find a coach in America that will disagree with that.
Here we go. Call it 4th and 12. Cougars after...
Coach Caceres is losing his mind. He was trying to get a timeout before the play was snapped. Coach Caceres was almost to midfield, ladies and gentlemen. He was yelling in the ear of the referee, "Can you hear me, please? Timeout." I'm sure he said it in a much more different fashion than that.
We have a timeout on the field. It's time. Let's take some time for the recognition. We're going to recognize the Edinburg CISD Board of Trustees has been awarded the prestigious Texas Outstanding School Board of the Year for 2013 by the Texas Association of the Schools Administration Board Awards Committee in Dallas. The TASB Awards program recognized outstanding Texas schools boards for their commitment to the schools and the children and their community. So congratulations goes out to the Edinburg CISD. That is our board trustees, President Juan Sani Palacios, Vice President Dr. Martin Castillo, Board Secretary Jaime Solis, and members Jaime Chavana, Carmen Gonzalez, Robert Peña Jr., and David Torres. Take it away, Paul.
Cougars in punt formation. They're in tight punt formation, means they're expecting a block. But in fact, they did not come. They get the ball off. It's down on the sideline. The wind's got it. It takes a Bobcat bounce. And it takes a Cougar bounce. He's going to pick it up. Look for him to run. Michael Montalvo is going down the left side. He's got a couple of blockers. He's got one man to beat. And in fact, he takes him out of bounds. Great job by Joey Esquivel. He was the last man down there for the Cougars.
Good job by number 7 Esquivel there, but not until he went down all
what a game.
to the 39, but we have a yellow flag.
Dustin Garza saw the flag before we did, ladies and gentlemen.
Wouldn't you be looking for one, and that's your dad?
You better believe it. You know he's almost on the field himself.
And here we go. It was a late flag. Was it a late flag, Mr.
They're moving him back.
Yeah, they're bringing it back, pushed in the back against the Bobcats. And again, these refs are having a good night. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen?
That's a spot foul, don't it?
Whether it had to do with the run back or not, as a referee, you better do your job. That's what you get paid for. So once again, referee, we'll mention them later. Again, we did at the beginning of the game. Good crew. They're having a good night. Here we go. It's going to be maybe one more play. If they run the ball, if it falls incomplete, maybe we'll have another one. For right now, We have 23 seconds left here in Edinburg, Texas, at Edinburg Cat Stadium. It is the Edinburg North Cougars 14 and the Edinburg Bobcats 10.
Very unfortunate for the Bobcats. It's kind of a heartbreaker. They went from potentially being on the 25-yard line to their own 25-yard line.
We're at the 39-yard line, Pablo.
That hurts.
Now they're at their own 27. Not bad field position, but it could have been a lot better.
Yes.
Could have been 39 yards away from scoring.
23 seconds left before the start of the fourth quarter. Cougars looking at two receivers left and two receivers to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun. The snap is up. It's going to be a pass. He's got some time. Underthrown. Give credit on the wind for that incomplete pass.
I tell you, there's going to be an incomplete pass. It might not be the last play of the quarter.
Anytime that those particular passes are thrown, they have been underthrown as a result of the wind.
You think so? I asked the coaches, and that's what we felt, and that's what we were calling.
Well, you adjust, don't you? You can talk to Dustin Gardner. The wind's blowing from the right to the left. You aim a little more to the right. I mean, that's of course what you do.
Yeah, you play the wind.
Or you hit a slice or hook like this guy. I don't even know if it's going to go right or left. Here we go. The Cougars are looking for two receivers left, two receivers to the right. Harrison in the shotgun. He's got time. He throws it into the flats, but he was well covered again by Jonathan Silva. Jonathan Silva is like a blanket on a cold night.
Silva almost came up again with another pick there, and he could take it all the way if he had got it. And nevertheless, it's going to stop the clock with 16 seconds. We have a quick third quarter that just left us here, ladies and gentlemen. But it's now, it changed scores, it changed the lead. It is the Edinburg North Cougars 14, and the Bobcats 10. A little shout out going out to the Balboas. They lost us for a while, but they just technically said, we're back. So the Balboas, Kevin and Kenneth, welcome back and enjoy the game.
Cougars are staying at two receivers to the right, and by virtue of motion, two receivers to the left. Quarterback in the shotgun. He's going to hit his man in the flats. That's called a quick screen. He's got a blocker. He's got a couple of...
Oh! Look who's playing defense. Give me a name.
Oh, you know it is Mr. Ramirez in the house.
Matt Ramirez going both ways there, ladies and gentlemen. The clock is running. We are out of time in the third quarter. So, ladies and gentlemen, Paul Osbury, Donna Salinas, and we have a special guest, Dustin Gutsa, coming to join us. Paul, I'm going to let you take this interview.
I got it. Dustin, a friend of mine, a professional golfer. I love him. I'm glad you're here, Dustin. I appreciate you being patient coming up here. I know your dad is out there. We cannot describe, I'm sure, the love you have for your father, but as a professional athlete, dealing with adversity, dealing with when things are not going your way, it's not going your way. What do you do? Do you just pack your bags? Do you go home? How do you deal with it, Dustin?
You just try to get back to your game plan. I know that these coaches work hard during the week, just like we do in preparation for each event. Just to go back, and I know they got a game plan. I know they have a halftime to adjust and to see what they've seen in the first half, but you just got to stick to the game plan. I know that there's been a lot of turnovers on both sides of the ball and for both teams, and it's just a matter of sticking to your game plan, sticking to your guns, and keep doing what they believe in, and hopefully they can get the stop here and get back to what they've been doing.
We're going to stay with Dustin after this punt. Looks like we got a delay in the game. Somehow it looks like maybe a penalty, so we still have Dustin here. Dustin, I appreciate your insight. Now, you're a professional golfer. That means you don't play for fun. You play for real, brother. You get paid to golf. Means you're way better than everybody in this stadium. That's for darn sure. I'm glad you're here. How is it going for you in the professional tour, sir?
It's going good. I'm down here for a couple of weeks, just enjoying some time off, get to watch some of my dad's games. This is what I've loved to do, is watch and support him in all the years he's been at Edinburg North. But just kind of enjoying I start leaving next week again, so just kind of enjoying some of the weeks here and watching him play some football.
Of course, Bobcats are punting while we have Dustin here. We hope he sticks around for another question or two. Takes a Bobcat bounce. It's still bouncing. It's on the 25. It's going to make its way down to the 20. And again, Dustin, you beat me to my next question, but coming here and having a chance, a little break from the tour, and being able to watch your dad. Again, your dad is my immediate superior, and he's a dear friend of mine. I call him a friend as well as an immediate superior. I love the guy. He's a heck of a man. I'm sure he's a great dad. How does it feel to be able to have a chance to come to a game and see your dad, knowing all the success he's had, and watching a tremendous game tonight? How do you feel being here watching your dad?
It's been crazy. This year's been a really, really good year for them. They've had some absolutely phenomenal athletes, and they've worked really hard in the off season, and now just to come out here and watch these two teams, this big time rivalry battle on this field is something these kids look forward to, ever since the off season last year. So just being able to come and watch these kind of games is why I'm here. This has always been in my blood, watching my dad coach football, and it's been one of the big things that we've done all our lives. So it's a good night for all of us, and to be here with you guys and have some fun on watching these two big rivalries.
Donut, you got something for Dustin here.
Hey, Dustin, you know what? Thanks for joining us,
No
buddy.
problem. Thank you, guys.
I'll tell your dad,
I appreciate
I really enjoyed listening to you, and I'm sure the people did too. So once again, Dustin Garza, Coach Roy Garza's son, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Roy Garza is a heck of a guy, and Dustin Garza is an even more heck of a young man. Dustin, we appreciate you coming up here, brother. Friend of mine, good luck, brother. You know what I'm talking about.
We missed the play. Hey, thank you, Dustin Garza. Thanks again, buddy. Thank you very much. You did a great job there, and that makes it easier on us. Thank you, sir. Well, we were away with Dustin there, and it was a great conversation, and I hope you all enjoyed it because we did. What we had to do with the Bobcats punted the ball, they had a great punt all the way down to the 20. Then we had another flag, took them half the distance, all the way to the 10. Then another flag, took them down another 5 yards. So they have a 1st and 15 from their own 5-yard line.
Guerrero standing right on his goal line. He's going to run it himself. He's got a block. He shoots and jives. He gets himself a few yards. Not enough, though.
Down to the 7-yard line. Call it a 2nd and 13 coming up. You know what? We got some more people tuning in.
I got to shout out myself, don't I? Let me give a shout out.
You got it?
I got it. Let me give a shout out.
Hurry.
Got some boys. Jesse Galvan, Tony Espinosa, Kenneth Rodriguez, hanging out at Coach De Los Santos' house. By the way, head coach of the SaberCats golf. They're 4-shot to Packers Sheridan, probably in 2nd place at the tournament. They're listening on the ValleyCentral.com. Mig and the boys, thanks for joining.
All right, we got 2nd and 13 coming up. Pablo, take it away.
All right, Cougars have 2 receivers to their right and 1 to the left. Guerrero racing for the ball. He's got a man open in the flats. He hits him. He's just got to make a move. He makes a move and breaks free. It may be a first down. It's going to be close, don't it?
Down to the 13-yard, to the 19-yard line. So call it a short and a very manageable 3rd down coming up for the Cougars.
Guerrero to Chavez connection.
A 3rd and 1 coming up. That's already on the board. Little shout out going out to Derek. Derek's dad and everybody listening over there from Florida Zapata. Special thanks going out to you. Also, we're going to send a shout out to Manny and Steph listening to the game and playing cards. Guys, thank you for tuning in. And you're listening right now, but you'll get to watch it thanks to Cats TV 17. That is KATS Channel 17.
Guerrero in the shotgun. Bobcats are blitzing, but Guerrero's going to keep it himself. He's got nowhere to go. He may have the first down. Give Guerrero the first down by effort.
Yes, he got met about the 18 and a half yard line. He needed to get to the 20. He got to the 22-yard line. He got what they needed. So move those one more time.
Move those chains.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've been off sync. ¿Qué pasó, Pablo?
It's because
we're into the game.
Yes, we are fans as well as our commentators.
Yeah, this is what kind of game we're having. This is what kind of game we're having. Again, great explanation, Paul, why we keep on messing.
No, because we're enthralled by the game. You like that word, enthralled?
What you call me?
Yeah.
There you go again.
It's not a sickness.
1st and 10 from the 23.
Cougars got 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. And, asking for a timeout. Once again, Mig De Los Santos and the boys. Head golf coach for the SaberCats. Not only is he a good friend, he's a heck of a golfer, and he's a heck of a barbecuer. I can give him that, brother.
If anything, he's going to barbecue. There we go. Once again, a little reminder, shout out to Derek and your brother and your dad, and of course your friends Manny and Steph who are playing some card game. And guys,
I'm sure they're playing for fun, don't it?
I'm sure. Thanks for tuning in. I think they're betting chips.
Yeah, playing for
potato chips.
For pecans.
Algo así. Nothing.
I bet you 10 chips. I'll put in my Doritos. Okay, let's go. What you got? Another shout out to another gentleman out here listening to ValleyCentral.com, Jeff Pena, swimming coach for Economides in the house, long-time Edinburg resident. Robert E. Lee in the house. Jeff Pena, we love you, brother. You're a heck of a friend of mine, and you're an even better coach. I'm sure the Jaguars are lucky to have you, brother. Glad you're tuning in.
And, Paul, we always give scores and updates, and not a good update coming for Edinburg and Economides, Pablo. We have Sherryland out 42-0.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good, but hey, Jaguars, you've been there before. You've been there last year. You have to win your last game. So please bounce back and get back in it. Here we go. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cougars. They're at their own 23-yard line. Ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 9:53 left in this game.
All right, Guerrero throws it out to the right. It basically in the flats. It's like a quick pass. Give him credit for about an 8 or 9 yard gain. That's Guerrero gets the ball and just guns it immediately to a receiver who is stopped. It's basically called a hitch route. He caught the ball and it gained an additional 5 yards.
A pickup took him down to the 30-yard line, so we're at the 23, call it 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up for the Cougars. We're down to 9:46. He went out of bounds and stopped the clock.
Wow, that clock. Everybody's hearts is stopping right here, don't it? Guerrero's in the shotgun. He's got 3 running backs surrounding him, maybe for protection or maybe for blocking. Oh, somebody moved. I think we're the only ones that saw it. That's Whitesides. He's on his feet. He's down the middle. He could be gone on the 40. He's got one man to beat. On the 20, one man to beat. Makes a move. Goes out of bounds on the 10. I bet finally Whitesides is in a good mood, don't it?
Yeah, all the way down to the 12-yard line. And look who was there. Just with him blocking, picking up more blocks. Number 10, Ramirez. All over the field. So no flags on the field. So for the Cougars,
move those chains. What an effort, ladies and gentlemen. All I can tell you is that Whitesides hurdled a defender. He probably jumped about 4 feet in the air, and it looked beautiful from here. Look at the replay from Cats TV. Hopefully, if you watch the replay later tonight, you'll see it. And Whitesides made the most out of that run. What a run.
How many times this year have we seen that kid get hit, and he just does not go down?
Yeah, he hates
I'm going to
go
call
down.
him the Energizer Rabbit.
The Energizer Buddy.
Buddy.
There you go. Give it to Alvarez. He's going to break to the right. He's got a man, the block. All he's going to do is go in, and it's touch.
No, stepped out of bounds at the 2-yard line. That is the closest ref to the call, and it's going to be a. Are they going to give him the first down?
I bet he gets the first down, don't it?
You think so? Well, we're waiting for the spot. Here comes the spot. He's going to spot
a little
the
short.
ball. He came a little this way.
He moved his mark.
He moved. Yeah,
You saw it
and ladies
by a yard.
By at least a yard. So it's going to bring him up short. It'll be 2nd and inches and a possible first down. So we're not going to drop them chains.
Not yet,
Don't make the call.
Guerrero in the shotgun. He's got 3 tailbacks surrounding him. They're on the 2 or the 3-yard line. It's the Bobcats are going to blitz up the middle. He's going to give it to his tailback, Alvarez. He's going to go in. Then they're going to give it to him. Touchdown, Cougars! Alvarez up the gut for a touchdown.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 8:54, we have a flag on the field.
Oh.
Flag on the field. Let's wait for the call. Here comes the call, Pablo. Here comes the call. Here comes the call. It looks like it's against the Bobcats. It is offside Bobcats, so they'll decline. Touchdown, Cougars! So with 8:54, ladies and gentlemen, Pablo, things have shifted in the second half.
Cougars can exhale. It's not over. Not over, don't it? But
It's not
Cougars
over.
are taking control.
Cougars have just taken control. They've just taken a 20-10 lead on the Bobcats with only 8:54 left in the game. Here comes the point.
Oh, it's a mishandle snap.
It's mishandled.
Oh, he's going to beat it. Ramirez goes down. Ramirez, I don't know if it was on purpose, but let me tell you what happened. Ramirez kept it himself and walks in for a 2-point conversion.
So instead of 21, it is now the Edinburg North Cougars 22 and the Bobcats from Edinburg High 10.
Got a shout out to a good friend of mine, Bill Reynolds, listening on ValleyCentral.com. Longtime friend of mine. Bill, I'm glad to see you up and on your feet, brother. Glad you're listening to this on ValleyCentral.com. He was just saying, he said, wow, 4 feet? Yes, at least 4 feet. Imagine, let me see if I can describe this to you, ladies and gentlemen, that run at Whiteside. Imagine jumping over a fence. That's what Whiteside did. That's how much he got up in the air. As a result, the Cougars had took it in, and what a great job by Cougars to take control of this game.
Hey, Bill, believe him. He's good at math. 4 feet, I'm going to believe him, Bill.
Believe me, brother.
Hey, Bill, how you doing? It's Donut. Hey, here we go. It's going to be now with 8:54 left in the game, ladies and gentlemen. It's been, I'm going to say now it is going to be 15 unanswered points. Am I right?
14.
7 and 15 is 22.
Yes, sir.
So it was
Donut, I'm impressed with your math.
Oh, are you?
I am.
My wife taught math for 20 years.
It's obvious. In the middle of your sleep, she was telling you, Donut, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 plus 6 is 8.
So I didn't pick it up when I was in high school?
No, it was subliminal. Your wife helped you out, brother.
All right, here you go. Thank you, babe. Again,
Donut.
little shout out to my
4 plus
wife.
12 times 4 is 16.
A little shout out going out to my wife. I love you, babe. Also, my daughter, Kayla and Kyra. Kyra and Kayla, love you both.
Cougars are kicking off. It's a squib kick. In other words, he hit it low, line driver. It's going to bounce around. The Bobcats did not field it cleanly, but he's got the ball. He's got a little bit of room. Nifty little run by Michael Montalvo to get the most out of that return. Take it to the 32.
All the way to the 31-yard line. They gave him a spot, not too good of a spot.
Wow, I know they
to the 31-yard line. So, again, it'll be 1st and 10. Bobcats with 8:48 left in the game. Pablo, when do you start saying we better do something right now?
There's still plenty of time. The Bobcats, they're not in panic mode. No,
so you do not need to score. You do not need
plenty of time.
Go get some points. You got plenty of time.
Plenty of time. Stick to your game plan. Don't get out of the plan. I'm not, offensively, I'm not sure what the Bobcats are up to. Bottom line is there's plenty of time, Donnie. There's no reason to panic.
And what is going on? We're going to have a re-kick. We had offsides against.
Yes, it looks like the Bobcats had the opportunity to have the Cougars kick once again. The Bobcats did not feel that was a good enough return, so they had the option to accept the penalty and make the Cougars kick again. And in fact, that is what they're going to do.
Okay, so once again, and Paul, the first downs haven't been much again because of the big
plays.
Big plays. We had 2 first downs for each team in the third quarter. We're in the fourth now, and actually they had 1 first down each in the first.
The biggest statistic I got for you, Donut, is Cougars first half 3 turnovers. Cougars second half none. Bobcats 1.
2. Oh, dos. El fumble y luego el interception.
Intersection. There you go. That's why you have a turnaround the score, ladies and gentlemen.
It is 22 for the Edinburg North Cougars and 10 for the Edinburg Bobcats. 8:48 left. Here goes the kickoff.
Kickoff's kicking off from the 35-yard line. Another squib kick. In other words, it's bouncing on the ground. This time it goes through his legs. It's going went backwards. He's going to field it. It's going to be a much better field position if you're the Cougars. This time, what a difference. This time they're going to have the ball on the 16 as opposed to the 31.
Pablo, from the 31 to the ticket half the distance. Can you do that? They just did, huh?
Well, and that's the right call by Cáceres to say, kick it again. But what happened, ladies and gentlemen, is a squib kick means the ball's kicked very low to the ground, and it bounces around. Of course, football's not round. You don't know what's going to hop. And the gentleman fielding it there, that was Michael Montalvo, did not anticipate the hop, and it went through his legs. He had to run backwards to get it, and the Cougars were there.
8:39 left in this ballgame, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Bobcat ball at their own 17-yard line. It is 1st and 10.
Cougars looking at 2 receivers to the left and 2 receivers to the right. Harrison in the shotgun. He's got time. He throws it in the flats. He hits him. He's down. He got a knee down. Great grab by Tony Garcia. That's a solid gain. I mean, 7 yards. Take it.
7 yards. We'll take it. You got to get out of that side of the field for right now. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this Cougar defense has stood for his name. They have given up 10 points, but let me tell you what.
They tightened it up.
They put 7 back on.
Renee Saenz doing a great job. Adjustments.
We talked about it every weekend, so adjustment made by the Cougars. Here we go. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Bobcats. They're now at their own 24-yard line.
Harrison has Jimenez on his right hip. Cougars looking at 2 receivers left, 2 receivers to the right. Looks like the Cougars are backing up. They're expecting the pass, and it is a pass. He's going to throw it to the flats. He was covered by who. Jonathan Silva is like a blanket tonight.
Hey, number 10 looks a little tired, but guess who's going both ways?
I'm going to have to go with Ramirez.
No shout out going out to all the Ramirez family, the Tailgaters.
And Donut, what does both ways mean? I mean, what does that mean? He turns to the left and turns to the right. I mean, what does that mean?
That means that you're going to play on both offense and defense.
Oh, on both sides of the ball. I got you.
Yeah.
So he hardly comes out.
Coach, we got the ball. I'll run for passes. Coach, you need me to catch up to somebody or knock the ball down? I'm there, Coach.
No.
He's playing at the house, man. Está jugando en la casa.
Yeah, give me the ball. All right, Harrison's flustered. He's on the ball. I think he hit the ground.
A catch! Interception! They're calling an interception. Cougar ball. So
he's being waved off. Who's going to make the call?
It's going to be waved off. One call incomplete. One call a catch. He's walking with the ball. If he's got incompletion, he got overruled.
Ladies and gentlemen. What happened was Harrison threw the ball. He was being pressured.
What happened, Joey was right next to him.
Cáceres almost made the play because Cáceres over losing his mind. What happened, ladies and gentlemen? Harrison released the ball. It was slightly overthrown. The Cougar defender looked from up here like it may have been intercepted, but in fact hit the ground. And so thus, it is fourth and
Hey, he's coming off the field? Ramirez coming off the field.
They need to give him a break. Hey,
okay.
Yeah, go inside, give me a glass of water. And that's the only way to make him take a break.
Un taco. Yeah. 4th and 3rd coming up for the Bobcats in punting formation. He's at his own 11-yard line. He'll be punting from the south to the north.
We have a stoppage on the play.
For the Cougars. Cougars call a timeout, and it's going to be the second one already. We're down to 7:51, ladies and gentlemen. Pablo, give me a little analysis of this game tonight.
Okay, now great job. I'm going to go on turnovers. Okay, that's a statistic of the game. Again, the Cougars have really shot themselves in the foot, giving up 3 turnovers, and that helped the Bobcats get into this game to go up and get themselves 10 points. And the Cougars went and turned it around, and of course they have yielded no turnovers. And the Bobcats have coughed it up twice, and that's why you have a turnaround in the game. So that's why we're up 22-10. Bottom line, I have one word for it. Well, actually 2 words, but I'm going to call it one long word: turnovers.
You know what, Bob? And I'm sorry I missed it there, folks. I think it was 10-3. 10-3 at the half.
10-7?
10-3 or 10-7?
10-7.
10-7 at the half. So it was It was the
15 unanswered points.
15 unanswered points.
You're right about the number 15, don't it?
Again.
I'll give it to you, brother.
Here we go. They're set up to punt once again. It'll be 4th and 3, and they're at their own 24-yard line. He'll be punting from about the 14-yard line. But
Harrison gets the ball. He fields it cleanly. He gets it up in the air. It's a very high punt. I don't know if he's going to be able to field it. It takes a Cougar hop. So don't it. In other words, if you were on Jeopardy, you'd say, I'll take math for 200. That's what you would do, don't it?
For 2, I would double it. I go double. Here we go. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Paul.
Yes, sir.
If you put points on this drive and you leave under 5 minutes,
then it changes.
You start that lady. You tell that lady over there to
yes,
start getting ready.
The slightly overweight lady.
Yeah,
looks like somebody's trying to plug in a microphone, but she's not there yet. But if you're the Cougars, you can put it away. If you're the Bobcats and you get a stop, you might get back into this game.
Hey, lady, comienza a peinarte and everything, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Edinburg North Cougars. They only have 54 yards to go to put some more points on the board. Right now, it is the Edinburg North Cougars 22, the Edinburg Bobcats 10.
Guerrero in the shotgun. He's asking for the ball. He's going to throw the ball. He's throwing it deep. He's open. Down the sideline. Tremendous effort by Sammy Jimenez. The wind maybe affected that ball, but good effort by, it was almost to get it up to Jimenez. Slightly overthrown.
Hey, first pass to Jimenez. That's a good surprise to me. Nobody thought he was going to throw him a pass. He threw in for it.
Very aggressive play calling.
How many times have these coaches gone for the big play?
Very aggressive play calling, don't it?
Very. All night long.
Guerrero is surrounded by 3 running backs. It's just usually that's for a quarterback keeper or for extra protection for a pass. We're going to find out here in a minute. The ball is up. And he's going to hand off the ball to Alvin as he gets outside. He's got a blocker. He gets outside. He's on the 40. He cuts it back in. He's still in. Don't go backwards. It's okay. He got a first down, don't it? And what are they going to do? Move those chains.
So one more time for the Cougars. We're going to move those chains. If there's been a big move tonight on those chains, it's that one. Because you know what?
Yes.
He stayed in bounds.
Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen,
that's why he cut back.
Yes, that's when I say he cut backwards. In other words, what he was trying to do is not go out of bounds. He had the first down already. And, in fact, he maintained the first down. Very good job, probably coaching or heads up by Alvarez to stay in bounds so the clock continues to run.
Run the clock. Here we go. We set the chains. The clock is running. We're under 7:20, ladies and gentlemen. It is still the Edinburg North Cougars 22, the Bobcats 10. Cougars looking at going to 5-0.
Yes, sir. Guerrero in the shotgun. He's surrounded by 3 running backs. He's in the shotgun. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver to the right. The snap is up. It looks like it's going to be a run. He gives it to Whitesides. There, someone threw a flag. They may have gotten the offside moving or holding.
No, it's going to be a holding. It's going to be a holding. The guy that threw it, if he saw
that's his job. You know,
if he saw an offside from that angle, I want his eyes.
Yeah, you know, by virtue of his position and his, he's looking at the offensive line. You know that, don't it, as a referee? You are correct.
It's going to be holding against the Cougars. They'll bring it back 10. So instead of a 1st and 10 from the Bobcat 42, it'll be 1st and 20 from the Cougar.
And Donut, I want you, if you can elaborate a little bit just for the viewers and listeners out there, are all the referees looking like at the ball at the same time, or are they looking at their own a certain position?
Well, you kind of got your area, and again,
okay, they're looking at the area. Thank you, Donut.
Yeah, I got this area right here, guys. If something happens, it better be my call. You don't want to be following the ball or leave your area. Same thing when somebody goes out of bounds, you follow them out of bounds. You make sure nothing happens once they go out of bounds.
I appreciate the insight, Donut.
1st and 20 coming up. They're at their own 48-yard line.
Cougars, 1 receiver left, 1 receiver to the right. Quarterback in the shotgun. Looks like the Bobcats are going to blitz. They're bringing everybody up the middle. It's a great time to do it because Alvarez has the ball, and he goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of 1, if not 1.5.
A lot of stripping going on. They're trying to get to the ball, but they didn't. Bobcats come with the ball, but about 8.
But it was called dead, don't it?
Yeah, I think my whistle went off, too, from my truck.
Yes, sir.
It took too long there before they got the ball. Pick up 2 yards only, so call it 2nd and 18 coming up for the Cougars. We're going to be under 6 minutes left when they snap the ball.
2nd and Hargill.
Yeah, Bobcats still 2 possessions away.
Yes, sir. Bobcats are just hoping and praying. They want that clock to slow down. They also want the Cougars to have to punt or to give up the ball. 2nd and long, so it's kind of looking tough for the Cougars. They got to do something.
A little shout out going out to Celia Avila, George Avila. They're tuning in here in the game. Feeling a little under the weather. Miss Avila, get well soon. I want to see you at the stadium.
Here we go. Cougars, 1 receiver left, 1 receiver to the right. They stayed in the same formation. Bobcats are blitzing up the middle. And it's, in fact, a great call. Alvarez on nothing but effort. I don't know how he did it. I cannot explain it. What I can tell you is he gained about 9 yards. He should have been tackled.
Oh, we threw a flag, late flag, and it went high in the air. I thought it was something that
The referee wanted us all to see it.
Yeah, and he threw it. Here we go. Here comes the call, and it might be against the Cougars.
I see all of it is complaining. It looks like it's going to go get
great
a
run. After a great
So
run.
that's going to be they're going to still have the first down, don't it?
No. Remember, they had 20-something to go. He picked
Oh, that's right. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
He will gain back everything from the penalty,
Yeah, exactly.
and they're going to scoot it back even more now.
Here we go. And he's asking the Bobcats, stay back. Let me make the call. It's my call. Here we go. We're going to get the call from the ref. Great camera work. Cats TV. That is KATS Channel 17.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm sure some words were passed back and forth. You know, ladies and gentlemen, even though these are young men, these
Lost
are
them down.
teenagers,
Down coming
they
up.
have to control what they say, ladies and gentlemen.
Big flag, ladies and gentlemen. And Paul, you cannot afford to do that, especially later on in the season as you get this, because they've been hit already for 4 flags.
That hurts, don't it?
And let me tell you what, we know Roy got some of those personally. That's one thing he's going to tell me that he didn't like happening in the second quarter.
Now
As
it
the
is
games
third
get
and Brewster.
bigger, as the games get bigger, those flags get even bigger.
And it hurt right there, ladies and gentlemen, because they want to advance the ball. Bobcats will have nothing more than to stop them, and that helped. There we go, snap it up, but they're blowing another whistle, don't it? Can this be another penalty or a timeout?
Oh, timeout. It is right now. They got third down on the field, and we have second on the board. We're trying to get what it is. I believe it was going to be a loss of down because it was a dead ball flag. But wait and see. But right now it's third and Military Highway for the North.
Woo, that's kind of why. Now, if you're the Bobcats, you want to be third down. If you're the Cougars, you're hoping and praying it is, in fact, second down. We don't know yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure they'll work it out.
Leo, give us a call on the third down, Leo. That's Leo, our PR announcer here. We'll wait and see what's going on.
Leo Reyes does a great job.
Great job. We're going to
Yes,
switch.
Lincoln, a PE coach, a longtime employee of the district. Lincoln kids over there are very lucky to have him. Great physical education coach. He announces. Leo, what you got?
Leo's going to give us an update on the down. We have second down on the board. We have third down on the field. We still need 26 yards. We're at the 42-yard line. And Julio's going to hook us up. Julio, give us a correction. He was right. The board.
Julio's on it.
Julio's on it. Thank you again. A little shout-out going out to the guys that are making this possible, Pablo. And that is the crew here from Edinburg. Los nombres de todos that are making it possible here.
Oh, we got a third down call from our film crew.
Here we go. It's going to be from Meche.
Not only can they film, they can make the down call.
Stephanie Garza, Nina Martinez, Isaiah Navarro, Gregory Ramos, Leroy Torres, Emily Galvan, Julio Camacho, Rick Ramirez, Martin Torres, Susan Smith, and I hope I covered everybody. If I didn't, I apologize. But once again, that's KATS Channel 17, Cat 17. You're doing a great job. Here we go. It's third and 26. Ball at the Cougar 42-yard line. It is the Cougars going from the north to the south.
Third and Brewster Jim. Cougars got one receiver left, one receiver to the right. He motions over, so he's got overload to the right. It's going to be a pitch. He's going to run everybody. He has nowhere to go. He cuts back. Alvarez gets off. All we can say is he carried a Bobcat defender an additional 8 yards, and it is now going to be 4th and 1. What do you do, don't it?
No, we got 16. He needed 26.
Okay, oh, that's right. All those yards.
Yeah, remember.
My gosh, that's right. So he basically got back to the original line of
Yeah, he
scrimmage.
got 16 yards.
Yes,
Not
sir.
bad, 16, but he needed 26.
And
call it 4th and 10 coming up for the Cougars. Are you in 2-down territory, or you don't even want to dare?
No, sir.
Punter on the field.
Yes, sir. You do want to go ahead and get rid of it. The clock is still running. They're going to try to put. Hopefully, they're going to wind down the clock, kick kind of at the last second. Everybody, calm down. Get lined up. Take your time. All right, punter's ready. They're going to come for the block, don't they? They're coming out the edge. They came for it, but it was very well protected. The ball is up. It's going to be fielded cleanly. He goes down. Somehow he caught the ball, but he caught it while going down. I'm sure he did the best he can. Matthew Gaona on the reception of that punt.
All right, it's going to be setting up a 1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. You got 88 yards to go to put some points on the board. And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, they're more than 10 behind. How about Ramirez on that snap and ended up getting 2 points? Great job by Ramirez. Puts them at least 12 points.
And you know, don't it, thinking about that, what happened was it was such a bad snap. These kids get taught if something goes wrong, get up and go. Yeah. And he did, and it surprised everybody.
Hey, that makes a difference. You can't score 7 and 3 to tie it.
That's right.
Score twice. That's a
yes, a 2 possession.
Ramirez making a difference on the game tonight.
He did. Great job. Great coaching and great athletic effort. The Cougars are staring at two receiver to the right, two receiver to the left. Harrison in the shotgun. He's going to be a screen, but he's covered. Wow, that was going to be a middle screen. Harrison, we felt the pressure, had to let go of it a little bit early. He tried to hit Sammy Jimenez, but it was underthrown because he had to get rid of the ball.
Luckily, there wasn't a flag on the field because he was in the end zone with the ball. You get a flag when he's in the end zone, you're going to get a what?
Well, if the penalty takes place in the end zone, don't it? It's going to be a safety. You're right about that, Mr. Referee. Great job, don't it? Always giving us that great insight. Former referee, head referee, by the way.
4:27 left to stop the clock with an incomplete pass. It is now 2nd and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Bobcats on their side of the field.
Cougars in cover 2. That means they're expecting pass, and it is a pass. I hope he's okay. That was a very tough hit by Ramirez. He was a vulnerable player, but we can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that what happened was the Bobcats threw a pass, the typical pass, a little quick pass. Ramirez comes in for the hit. It was a legal hit. He did not lead with his head. He did a great job. We're glad to see him get up. We're glad to see Carlos Alvaro go and get up. But Ramirez came in with a legal hit, He had his head up. He did not have ill intent. It was a clean play.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's the second time Ramirez is involved in a hit like that. And I know his parents personally, Rick and Janie. Hey, I mean, I can't imagine what you're going through right now, but you know what? That's a tough little boy. Hey, you know what? Hands out going out from both sides of the field. That's great sportsmanship. Number 21, number 10 just had a collision and a half. I guarantee you, if this had been the NFL, there would have been flags all over the field.
Well, they probably would have gone to the replay. We don't have that. Certainly the refs don't have that.
Well,
they
we have it, but they don't have it.
And that was the right call, don't it? Because from here, it looked like he had his head up, and he did not have ill intent. The Cougars are in a cover 2. That means they have two safeties taking care of the deep pass. They're expecting pass with a 3rd and long. Harrison's back for the drop back. He's feeling the pressure. He better get rid of it. There's a flag on the play. He throws it for a 1 yard. Potentially a first down, but we're going to see what the result of the flag is. It's going to probably be holding on the Bobcats, so they're going to bring him
back.
back.
Gave him a number, too. That's pretty good. They're making sure that they know who did the holding. He's caught it on 55 upset on him. He needs to be careful, and it'll be more than just a holding. But right now, it's going to be a holding after a pickup. They needed 10. He picked up 12 on the play, but it'll take him back half the distance to the goal line. So instead of being a 3rd and 10 from the 12, call it a 3rd and 16 from the 6-yard line. Little shout out going out to the Leones, everybody. Little shout out going out to y'all. Here we go.
That's tough, though.
A 3rd and call it 16 coming up for the Bobcats. They're at their own 6-yard line.
Harrison will be standing in the end zone and receives this ball out of shotgun formation. Okay, Cougars are standing at 2 receivers to the left and to the right. Quarterback Harrison standing on the end zone line at this time. Cougars look like they're going to blitz up the middle, and they in fact are coming up the middle. He scrambles. He better get rid of it. He does. He hands it up. It is overthrown out of bounds. It was an effort. It was almost a connection from Harrison to throw out, but it was overthrown out of bounds, and they're going to have to punt it, don't they? I mean, you have to.
Although, again, ladies and gentlemen, we still have 4 minutes. We've seen these games, these two teams change scores. I mean, and just a minute left before you know it, and you get 2 or 3 changes of scores.
Big plays.
We saw 38 points scored last week in the 3rd quarter, so believe me, it can happen. But right now, look at the stats, Paulo. All Cougars.
Yes, Cougars have remained. Bobcats have thinned out, ladies and gentlemen. That's just the facts. Here we go. Harrison's in the back for the punt formation. He gets the ball. It's a good snap. He's going to get it away. He has plenty of time. Hits it straight up in the air. See what kind of... It's going to be fielded. It's bobbled. Oh!
Chavez.
Carlos Obregón mishandled it, but in fact regained possession of the ball. Cougars ball on the 45-yard line.
Yep, that was Chavez, number 21 there. Paulo, I think he's limping off the field after he didn't get the ball cleanly. They fell on his ankle.
Alex Chavez on the punt reception.
Yeah, that was Chavez. No shout out going out to Mr. and Mrs. Sergio Chavez, his friend. We just talked to him here at halftime.
I saw you talking to him.
Shout out going out to the Chavez family, also the La Garza family. Everybody else, shout outs going out to everybody.
Okay, looks like the Cougars are taking the field. All right, got Guerrero in the helm. Bobcats.
All right, we have a 1st and 10 coming up. 4:01 left in the game, ladies and gentlemen. Cougars can put some icing on this cake right here.
Guerrero in the shotgun. He's letting the clock run. And the ball is up. It's going to be a run. It's going to have the right side. He breaks free up the middle. Someone just got just enough of a leg of him, and they're going to call that a 7, if not a 6.5-yard gain.
I call it 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 coming up with the Cougars. We're under 4 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking all Cougars the second half. Bobcats have the lead at the first half. things turned around. We had 3 turnovers from the Cougars on the first side. I talked to Roy Gassa, and he said, turnovers, turnovers. And our offense, we're not making the plays. Well, you know what? They've adjusted. They turned it. They stopped the quick pass, and they've put in 15 points on the board.
Yep. Looks like a second and very manageable, not a very manageable 2, manageable 3. Guerrero in the shotgun, expecting the ball. One receiver right, one receiver to the left. He's got 3 running backs surrounding him. Bobcats are blitzing. They're bringing everybody. And, in fact, it works because Alvarez is stopped at the line for a loss of 1.
Lost of 1, so instead of a second and third and 3, call it a 3rd and 4 coming up for the Cougars. Pablo.
Yes, sir.
Is it 2-down territory and just put the nails on this coffin, or do you punt it away and give Bobcats a little life?
Of course, we're armchair quarterbacking up here, ladies and gentlemen. We can all be coaches down there. We are not real Coach Roy Garza, but I'd punt it, don't it, because you have an opportunity to pin them back. Just tap the ball down. We're going to find out as a result of this 3rd down. It's 3rd and 3, ladies and gentlemen, so we may get our answer here if the Cougars cannot get a first down. Guerrero in the shotgun. 1 receiver left, 1 receiver right. Again, he's surrounded by 3 running backs. Looks like the Bobcats are going to bring almost everybody on this play, and they're blitzing everybody. They give it to Alvarez. He's met immediately a loss of 1. Great job by the Bobcats to, in fact, bring everybody, and they stopped him.
Yep. So call it 4th and 5 coming up, or was that the 4th down there? No,
sir, now it's 4th.
4th and 5 coming up. Hey, Pablo, we got some people asking once again, why could they get that picture? Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with your computer. This game is only brought to you with audio on Friday nights, ladies and gentlemen. If you're used to seeing us on Thursday with the picture and audio, that's fine, but on Fridays, UYL will not let us. But you know what? 45 minutes after the game, you want to watch this game. It's been a good one. It's been a great one tonight. It's still not over, but you'll watch it on Cats TV 17. That is KATS Channel 17.
We got our answer on the punt. Of course, they lost some yardage, so the Cougars going to punt. He's back in the punt formation. Let's see what kind of snap we got. They're coming hard. He gets it off very quickly. He goes straight up in the air. It's going to go nowhere. It takes a Bobcat bounce. It's going to be a punt of -5 yards, don't it?
-5 yards. Again, Paul, at least he got rid of it. They were coming hard. So a little credit to the punter for getting rid of the ball. But
he could have just knelt it.
Yeah, but the worst thing is, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 1:37 left in this game. Bobcats need to score twice. Cougars looking good. So, real Coach Garza, you're up 22-10 after being down at half, after turning the ball over 3 times in the half. And if you're in the 4th quarter, you're up 22-10, 1:37 left. Coach Garza,
¿Qué más quieres?
looking good for the Cougars, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Paul Osprey and Don Salinas bringing you tonight's action here from Edinburg Cat Stadium.
Cougars better be careful. They better back up. Here we go. Bobcats got the ball. Harrison's being pressured. He rolls out to his left. He better throw the ball. He's got nowhere to go. He's gonna run out of bounds. Nifty little play. Probably gave 2, and he stopped the clock. Harrison had nothing doing on the pass. It was covered.
Pick up a 1 yard from the 44 to the 45. They're still on their own side of the field. That is the Bobcats. We're down to 1:30 left, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, a good spot. Pick up of 2 yards.
Very generous spot.
To the 46-yard line. So it's going to be a pickup of 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great one once again. Edinburg Schools 9-1, 10-1 in this matrix field.
Cougars in the prevent defense. That means they're going to probably have about 4 guys responsible for any deep pass. They're going to give them the short pass up the middle, and they do. Oh my gosh! What I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is that is Lupe Quintero saying, "Hey, you remember me? Yeah, you remember me now." That was a very strong hit.
Yeah, pickup of only 2 yards. They've gone 2 yards on 1st down. They've gone 2 yards on 2nd down. So it's 4 yards. So call it 3rd and 6 coming up for the Bobcats. They're running out of time, ladies and gentlemen. We're under 1 minute left to play, and it's still the Edinburg North Cougars 22, Bobcats 10.
They're going to give them any short pass, and they're going to take away anything deep. So it goes to reason that they would let them catch that short one. They want to give him the short one, but give him up the long one. They're not giving. He's being pressured. He's going to be sacked. That's a sack by Joey Esquivel. Taking care of it. That's going to wrap up this game, doing it. It's 4th and a whole long ways. Even though it's not over, you can. That what? La 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 la.
She's got her hair done. She's got her glasses on.
That was not her voice. That was my voice.
That wasn't her?
No, sir.
Oh, okay.
That was my voice. I can commentate and I can sing, don't it?
You can. Oh.
Well, no, I cannot. I'll take it back.
All right, here we go. They should get another play going, ladies. We're under
clock's running down.
15.
It's over, don't it?
Guys, yeah.
It's over.
Before we leave you,
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Last play. 5, 4. Hail Mary pass. 3, 2, 1. He launches it up, but there's a bunch of Cougars that's going to be out of bounds. It is Cougars 22, Bobcats 10.
at the final score for you, ladies and gentlemen, from Edinburg, Texas. Once again, before I leave, we got one more big announcement. It's the same announcement, but in case you're tuning in late, hey, Coach, good job, coaches. Here we go. It's going to be a little congratulations going out to the Edinburg CISD Board of Trustees. Has been awarded the prestigious Texas Outstanding School Board of the Year for the year 2013 by the Texas Association of School Administration School Board Awards Committee in Dallas. Once again, the TASB Awards program recognizes outstanding Texas school boards for their commitment at the school to the children and the communities of the area. So congratulations to the Edinburg CISD Board of Trustees, our President Juan Sani Palacios, our Vice President Dr. Martin Castillo, our Board Secretary Jaime R. Solis, and the members Jaime R. Chavana, Carmen Gonzalez, Robert Peña Jr., and David Torres. So once again, with Paul Osbury, Donna Salinas from Edinburg, Texas, it is the final Edinburg North Cougars 22, the Edinburg Bobcats 10. So once again, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. Good night.